so obsessed with your legs. Yeah. Like, my legs are 34.5 inches long. How long are your legs?
41.5 inches long.
41.5 inches? Oh my gosh.
The same.
That is crazy. No, there's not. Your booty's like way up here, like up her back. And mine is like way lower. That's crazy. You can have a seat.
Thank you.
Look at those. All right, so I've heard that because your legs are so long, you've gotten crazy pickup lines from guys.
I once had a guy come up to me and ask me if I ever needed help shaving my legs for me to call him.
Oh,
he gave me his number that way.
Did you call him?
I did not.
You did not. You know what's so funny? My mom told me just recently, she was like, turn on the TV. One of them model girls you model with is on Dancing with the Stars. And I turn on the TV, I'm like, Ma, she's not a model, she's a wrestler. She's a wrestler. Do people think that you're a model all the time?
People have been asking me a lot lately, like, did you ever model? Did you do anything? Because that's what people say. You look more like a model than a wrestler.
And you're the it girl right now. Paparazzi are like chasing you.
It's crazy. It's
like,
crazy.
I heard that you were on the phone with my producers and something crazy was happening.
Well, there was a car that was sitting out front, and I didn't know of my house while I was on the phone, and I didn't know if it was someone taking pictures, and I wasn't sure, and I just said, you know, you have to look out for that kind of stuff right now, and it's really kind of scary because I would rather them say, look, I'd love to get a picture of you walking in your house or doing whatever, and I would be happy to just do it so that they could
get away, go away. Well, actually, I have some tips for you on how to make them go away.
Okay.
But I'm going to save that for you, but I got some stuff, and I do it, and they're like so bored, and they just totally leave. How is it dealing with the pressure of being under a microscope right now? Because people are, you saw you walked out and you guys were like, woo, Stacy.
Well, I love it. I love that everybody got to see me on a show where I could just be myself, and people saw how hard we were working and everything. So I'm really flattered by people coming up to me and congratulating me and that they watched the show. And as far as the media goes, you know what you're getting into, so you know that that's a part of it. And I think that WWE helped me because in so many ways with the wrestling, although it wasn't, you know, wrestling fans, there's such a small percentage of people that watch wrestling compared to watching Dancing with the Stars. Yeah. But that helped me because we had our fans that sat in the hotel rooms that wanted to get an autograph when we were coming in, and just doing a lot of media stuff then on such a smaller level helped to prepare me for this.
Do you want to go back to wrestling, or do you want to be a dancer now?
I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many opportunities that have come my way from the show.
And you have like celebrity fans now, I hear.
It's crazy. These are all the people that I enjoy watching on TV. I went to a party and I had Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore running up to me telling me how they loved it and they were voting. And
oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then when I got third on the show, Ashton had his publicist call and say, you got robbed. And I was like, how cool is that? Like,
that is very
you're getting
cool.
the messages like that.
You have a motto. You have a motto for success. What is that? Because I
My
like
motto has always been, don't wish for it, work for it. And I've
Because there's so many people that are probably looking at you right now and is like, oh, I wish I can be like her. But you're saying you have to work to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I practiced over 250 hours since November for Dancing with the Stars. It started in January. We started before it aired.
And you didn't they didn't call you.
Yeah, my mom was a fan of the show, and she said to me, Stacy, you should see if they're having a second season. And I was like, okay, whatever, Mom. You know, and then I was like, maybe I should. So I called, and I looked into it, and I went and had a meeting, and I'm so happy that I did because I went for it.
And they hired you because you called them.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's like a big lesson. All right, so I know you're having your paparazzi problems.
Yeah.
And just recently I was shopping in Malibu with a bunch of friends of mine. Shopping in Malibu. I never do that, but like I did one day because like my friends convinced me to do it. And I'm in the store and there were like 30 paparazzis waiting outside of the store. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And I started panicking like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I look like crap. Like I had no hair weave, like braids. Like I was like, I had no makeup. And I was like, you know what? And I was with like my hair and makeup artist and stylist. And I was like, you know what? Let's go and like pose for them. So we walk outside, and instead of me, because this is the shot they want. You know, they want that shot. So what we did instead was we all lined up and we were like, hey. And it ran in OK Magazine. But what's so funny is the photographers, they all took the picture and then they were bored and they left because I gave them some stuff. So I'm going to teach you what to give to them, and they'll get bored and go away.
Okay, awesome.
So when you're eating, they want you to go. So you just have to go.
Okay.
Look at them. Hi, hi. Okay, and when you're walking down the street, they want the, oh gosh, oh no. You just have to go. Hey.
Strike the pose.
Get up, try it. So we're not going to do the,
okay.
They want that. Hey.
Oh, yeah. Let's work it out.
Work it out. We have to take a break. I'm going to have more with Stacy Keibler after this. We'll be right back.
Up next, Stacy reveals the truth.
Celebrity obsession has turned into a multi-billion-dollar epidemic. And we've been talking with America's newest celebrity obsession, Dancing with the Stars it girl Stacy Keibler. So Stacy, I mean, everyone loved you. You were my mom's favorite on Dancing with the Stars, and such a fan favorite. How did it feel being such a fan favorite, but then getting cut and dealing with that rejection? And they're really tough. Like, we expected more from you. You know, they're really hard.
They are, but it's constructive criticism, and everybody needs to be able to accept that, because it only made us go back and work harder for the next week when we came out to perform. But
do you think the lady, I don't know her name, but do you think she was hating on you?
Carrie Ann?
Because the guys would be like, fabulous, 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 and she'd be like,
I was like, she likes Drew. She just loved Drew.
Yeah.
She loved her some Drew.
she loves some Drew.
Yeah, but
she wasn't feeling you. I thought it was hateration. I did. I was watching with my mom, and I was like,
Afterwards, at the rap party, she came up to me. She's like, I just want to let you know that you were such a great dancer. I enjoyed watching you. And I'm like, so what happened while I was dancing? Why were you saying that to me?
hateration, no sisterhood. That's all that was.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just mentioned Drew, and I know this competition was really, really important to him, and you said what about him?
I said that I was so happy that he won, because they would have had to have a doctor come out and put him in a straitjacket, because he wanted to win so bad. I didn't know what would happen to him if he didn't win.
So behind the scenes, he would be doing what?
He was just a little fighter, like from day one. He just talked about, I'm gonna win, I wanna win, I wanna win, I wanna win, and that's all he talked about. And we were like, we really hope you do win.
And what do you guys get? Do you get money to win?
We get a trophy that Drew got, a fantastic, amazing, beautiful disco ball trophy.
So that's what you get. But
That's
they
what
pay
you
you
get.
to be on the show.
We do. We get paid to
How
be
much
on
money
the
do you
show. It's not really that great.
Oh, really?
No.
But it's the after things. It's an investment in yourself, because now everybody knows
I would have
Stacy
done it for
Keibler.
free. I would have done the show for free. It was the greatest experience of my entire life.
How does the dancing compare to the wrestling?
It's, you know, I would say that with wrestling and dancing, with ballroom dancing, you're working with a partner. So you need to be doing the right things at the right time in order for each other not to get hurt, in order for you to look the right way. It's so different, though, comparing wrestling to dancing, you know. But I believe that everything, especially performing with a live audience and traveling around the country for the last 7 years around the world, has prepared me for what I just did on Dancing with the Stars.
All right. You have a man?
I do.
You have a man?
I have a man.
What's his name?
His name's Jeff.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Jeff what? He's famous.
Jeff Stoltz.
Jeff Stoltz. Yeah. What show was he on again?
Yeah.
Is he on Seventh Heaven?
That's him.
He's on Seventh Heaven?
He was on Seventh Heaven. Him and his brother were on Seventh Heaven, and he has gone off to do other TV shows and movies. He was in Wedding Crashers, and he has a part in The Breakup with Jennifer Aniston.
Speaking of Jennifer Aniston, there was like a love triangle gossip thing.
This is a perfect show for a story like
yes.
this. So Jeff was working with Jennifer Aniston on The Breakup. They worked together a couple days, and all of a sudden in Star Magazine, there's like a Jen's new man. Like, they had no more dirt to pull up of her and Brad, so they go to like someone she's working with. We're all laughing about it. Then like the next week, it's Jen's new man has a girlfriend, and she's a wrestler, and she can like kick her butt. And I'm like, what?
Oh, they said you would kick her butt?
Yeah, and they had like Jen versus Stacy, and like I'm like reading this like, are you kidding me? Like,
that's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's
and then
crazy.
It just, you know, another thing, I was woken up by Ryan Seacrest's morning show one day, and it said, Stacy Keibler, who she really loves. And I'm like, who do I really love? So I'm like sitting there waiting 20 minutes, because they kept saying it, to find out who I really loved on the radio, and it was like Justin Timberlake. And I'm like, what is that? And it was because I did an interview and someone said, who would you like to dance with? What celebrity? I said, I would love to dance with Justin Timberlake. He's fabulous.
Yeah.
And so that gets, you know,
now you guys
Stacy
are dating.
likes Justin
You're
Timberlake.
married.
Yeah, we're married now, yeah.
But you're on the cover of Stuff magazine recently. Look at this booty, you guys.
Yeah.
Just straight booty. That looks like a black girl's booty.
That's what I had before I danced it all off.
Oh, really? Yeah, you have a lot of booty there. So how was it like doing the sexy photo shoot?
You know, I know that you know. Photo shoots are
Well, I
hard
don't
work.
push my booty out like that, though. that's mine would be like way out there.
This is such a hard, like I had bruises from holding this and arching my back and everything. It was so hard. I had to keep saying, okay, I need to sit down for a minute because it looks like all sexy and hot, but it's like so uncomfortable.
So it was nice?
It was fun.
I heard that Playboy called you after seeing these pictures.
They've called me 3 times and offered me to do the magazine, and it's just not something that I want to do.
No. Okay, so what are your favorite dance moves?
Well, when I did Dancing with the Stars, I preferred the fast Latin style dances versus the ball. Yeah, the booty shaking and the hip shaking and the fast.
I like to shake my booty too.
Yeah? Well, we should shake our booty.
Let's shake our booties.
Shake our booty.
Okay. Teach me a Latin booty shake.
Okay. So one thing is that when on the Bootylicious song I did, like we did all the butt shaking, and I thought when I started that it was all in the hips, like moving your hips side to side, but it's really in your knees. It's bending your knees and moving your knees.
Coming up.